What's up, guys? So this video here is going to be one that is crucial for each and every human being to understand, to reclaim and keep their natural human sovereignty, and that is transhumanism and the ideas and concepts behind the transhumanist agenda that the powers that be are trying to push upon humanity. And transhumanism, in my opinion, and the opinion of many other well-versed researchers, is that it is the ultimate psychological operation. It's the ultimate devaluing and suppressing of our natural inherent human potential. And let me explain. First, the inspiration for this topic comes from Elon Musk, actually, because I believe last week or a couple weeks ago, he was saying that transhumanism is the only way forward, or something to that effect. And I completely disagree. I got a lot of opinions about that guy. Not for this video, maybe for another one, but it's very interesting. Anyway, transhumanism is basically the belief that the human race, the only way that we can evolve past our current state is through the help of science, technology, and computers, right? The only way we can keep going is to almost merge man and machine into one. And I mean, I've even read things of people talking about uploading our consciousness to a computer mainframe and making it sound like a wonderful idea, as if they never seen the frickin' Matrix trilogy. And I mean, in that regard, just look at movies, look at Hollywood productions. How many of them have that idea that man needs to upload themselves basically to a type of mainframe, and then in every single movie the artificial intelligence ends up killing off humans. So it's like they're trying to tell us something. They got the truth in plain sight right there. And look at George Lucas and his Darth Vader concept. He actually had a half robot, half human person as the villain. And then at the very end of the movie, spoiler alert, but I'm sure everybody's seen it, Darth Vader basically chooses the human side of him and throws Emperor Palpatine down the Death Star shaft. So, you know, there's many things that these directors can be saying, whether they're part of the cabal, just putting the truth in plain sight, or if they're actually trying to warn us. But that's exactly the basics of the situation, is that if we were to completely give ourselves up and upload our consciousness and our humanity up to this mainframe, it's going to wipe us out. And it's like the ultimate ego. This is the way I think of it. It's the ultimate ego trip, right? It's completely giving away that metaphysical aspect of us that we have to work to connect to, and simply just reveling in the physicality, reveling in the physical world. And if anything, basically saying, I don't want to ever be a spiritual being. I just want to revel in this physical world for the rest of eternity. Completely give myself up, and it's like instant gratification for eternity, right? It's just being a physical being for the rest of existence, and that doesn't sound very fun. Those metaphysical aspects are pretty freaking cool when you begin to learn about it. But the thing is, the powers that be don't want us to learn about those metaphysical aspects. We have an inherent technology within us due to our DNA and human consciousness and our pineal gland, right? It's an inherent natural technology, you could call it. And when you really begin to delve into what the pineal gland does and how DNA functions and the power of human consciousness, you really begin to see that we don't need machines. We don't need any type of transhumanist agenda. We don't need to upload our consciousness to anything, because we can use our consciousness as the freaking strongest computer we have, right? If you really focus on becoming that spiritual being, what's not possible? You can remote view. You can, it's completely, these things are completely possible. They're documented. Remote viewing, you know, what else is there? My mind's kind of blanking right now. I'm obviously not connecting to that metaphysical aspect, but it's, right, there's remote viewing, there's ESP, there's telepathy, there's quite literally changing matter with your mind, and all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff that's available to you when you really begin to tap into your DNA and your pineal gland. And the suppression of this information has been, or I should say the powers that be have suppressed this information for eons because they don't want us to wake up to the power, because that would destruct their control systems. And they've done it both scientifically and religiously. Scientifically, they've always shunned any type of consciousness research. That's why frickin' Rupert Sheldrake has his The Science Delusion, and Graham Hancock had his TED Talk on the suppression of consciousness, basically banned from TED Talk. There's always been a suppression of research into the pineal gland and DNA and remote viewing and telepathy, as if they're woo-woo fringe concepts, right? The ridicule in the scientific community has been strong. And religiously, we've had a lot of misinformation by the mainstream religious powers that be to convolute the ideas of Jesus in various ancient religious figures. Because Jesus, what I mean by that is Jesus basically said, hey, you humans can do everything I'm doing. You just got to love. You've got to and believe. Love and believe and understand it. And the mainstream religious sects always said that, oh, you humans are, you should be full of guilt and you're sinful creatures and you suck and you should, pray to Jesus as your idol. So it's a complete contradiction of what they were really saying versus what we're told they say. So the suppression has always been there for our inherent powers, God-given, creator-given, intelligent, infinity-given powers. And the cabal right now on this planet are trying to suppress that information and push their transhumanist agenda, because what easier way to control the freaking planet than to have it all hooked up to a computer that you sit there, type the keys on. So this video is very important. This transhumanist concept is crucial to understand. I hope my ramblings and my tirades were able to piece together some of it for you. Please do more research into the pineal gland and how amazing our DNA is and things like biophotons and the power of human consciousness. If you don't already know, I'm sure many people watching this channel already do, but if you don't, look it up. And lastly, thank all of you for subscribing and liking and sharing my information, contributing so I can keep putting out these informative videos, and all of your nice things you have to say. So, thank you. Peace.